I just don't know why I'm like write a lot of songs in minor. I mean, why I'm writing a lot of songs with this sort of dark vibe and stuff like that. Well, maybe just because of personality or because of the situation in our region. I don't know, but I always felt that dark music to me sounds better. Well, this is strange, and the most important thing, it is really hard to write a good happy song. It is really hard.
Vlad and Eugene, thank you so much for your time. We've been back and forth for a little bit, setting up this interview. I had to take some time away as well for some personal reasons, which means that we are now, as we're talking, already about 2 months after the album came out. So very different than when I usually interview bands that are about to release an album. You both seem very relaxed and calm. Would you be as relaxed and calm if we spoke just days before the album came out? Help me understand. How are you feeling right now?
Well, so I would start. So I would like to start definitely. Yeah, the album came out like a couple of months ago, and this is definitely I'd say, new experience for us because we changed a lot as a band. So we changed the vocalist, we changed the lineup a bit. Definitely, the album is like heavier. I mean, Aftermath album is heavier now with a lot of like guitar riffs. The songs are straightforward, straight to your head, without those like atmospheric vibes. A lot of like, of course, we have those vibes since we're in Mission Jupiter and we have a specific direction in our music, but we are feeling great because so far we received a lot of positive feedback, a lot of like, a lot of proposals, I would say, and offers from festivals, as well as, some, definitely some good feedback, which is probably the most important thing. Of course, we were a bit nervous since we like changed lineup again, new vocalist kid and stuff like that, but everything went really, really well. Thanks for asking.
Eugene, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. First of all, thank you for having us. So yeah, I'm totally agree with Vlad. So this album is quite a new experience for us. We have come a long way producing this album due to several circumstances, but finally it is out. It is available worldwide, and we are happy to present it.
Yeah. Awesome. Now you already mentioned, Vlad, that there have been some changes, right? And that has also resulted in the evolution of the sound. Right? You say like, oh, we want to be a little bit more punchy on this album as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also get introspective vibes, if you will, and so there's a balance that this band maintains on this album.
Right.
With this album like with all these changes in the band and you guys trying new things, is there like a specific risk that you finally took? And what I mean by that is, all these changes, did that finally give you not only the chance, but also a little bit more the confidence to try things that you had been wanting to try before?
Oh yeah, you're completely right, because I mean, we always wanted to create something like punchy with like super emotional and at times aggressive vocals, and now like with the help of Kate we can definitely do this. Plus of course we can like still perform a lot of atmospheric stuff again. It's maybe like a bit of ethereal, music with a lot of like long notes, like some mellow stuff, soothing vibes again. So I think now we can mix those things properly. And what I do love about this, well, I would say new band, since we like changed lineup, is that we now are more emotional, and I would say we now are more we do have a good representation because of Kate. I mean, she definitely has charisma. she's super. So I would say she's like really super cool person, and then a singer, and this is one of like the most important things, definitely, and we are proud of it. So just, of course, we're a bit nervous because we have to present new material to the new audience, like play gigs, hopefully in 2026. But this is definitely a new chapter for us, and we just have a feeling that we are on the right way to go.
Changing the style in our music and our production is not an issue for us, since from the very beginning we declared ourselves as a band with a variety of musical tastes. So I think you may notice that every album changes. Every album has different sound, different vibe. So I think in general it fits our philosophy, always to progress in something, change something, change the sound, guitar sound, drums, etc. Every album. So I think, despite the fact that we have changed the vocals and we have drastically changed in this sound and the what mentioned before in the aggression of the song, it's still our project and it still sounds the same, because in overall all the albums have the same core, the same ideas, and etc.
Yeah. We I've seen reviews where people call out, this is fans of Vol are gonna like this, and fans of Leprous are gonna like this, and I think that mix definitely well together. When I was listening to the album for the first time, it kind of brought me back a little bit to some like late 90s, early 2000s, The Gathering. I don't know how much you guys were into that band back in the day.
They influenced us a lot, and me in particular. But well, so I would like just to say that I'm not trying to listen to a lot of music before writing the songs, but but they definitely influenced me, because the vibe, again, the ideas for the songs, again, those like the atmospheric music. I do love Annike, or the first vocalist in the band.
Yeah, Annike was fantastic.
Basically they played a couple of times together a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and even now they're playing a couple of shows together with the previous vocalist, but which is a good thing.
Yeah, it would be a great band for you to play live with. That's no question. Now this is a band that is also, like, I think you've also taken the change of lineup as a moment to really think hard about not only the music but everything else around the band. I think you guys have put a lot of effort, it seems at least, into creating the music videos, the style of the band, the visual aspects that come around with this. When a Human Nature video, like when you guys are in the rowboat, it kind of made me think back of the Godfather scene in the fishing boat. Besides, musical influences, especially when you say, Vlad, that you try to kind of clear your mind when you want to go into writing.
Yeah, sure.
Like, what there's a cinematic nature to this band, that's clear. Like, when we talk about influences, who has been a big influence on the two of you? And let's forget music bands for a second, but when I say, well, certain scenes reminded me of The Godfather, like, are there movies or specific directors or soundtrack producers that have been a personal influence to you?
Well, Vlad, you may.
No. Please start.
Okay. So I think the main influence is just emotions, what we feel at the moment. Maybe sometimes we are, as Vlad has already mentioned, we are not listening music before producing a new song, but sometimes we can be inspired by the emotions of another song. What I mean, sometimes when we are listening to some new artists, or we are listening to maybe official soundtrack to the movie, so we can be inspired with the mood, and we can try to translate all those emotions into lyrics. so into the song. So regarding the atmosphere of the song, yes, since I'm a producer, I always try to catch the idea of the lyrics or the melody, because sometimes when we start producing, when we are working on a new track, we still might not have the lyrics, but only the vocal melody, the idea. So in that case, I'm trying to catch the vibe of the vocals, the vibe of the song, the score, and to empower the emotions. Because sometimes this may happen when the song is quite. For instance, the song have very strong and slightly depressive lyrics, but the music can be happy, can be
Up tempo a bit, you know.
yeah. So
Why not?
yeah, but still, as I've mentioned, we are trying to empower the core of the song, the melody, the lyrics, and then to construct all those production around this core. So something like that.
There's a couple of songs that stand out. You both of you've talked about emotion and the feeling that you're portraying. There's a lot of introspection on this album, it seems, and self-reflection when you listen to lyrics. There are some lyrics. There are some songs where that is also gets multiple different layers, and obviously, a song that I think a lot of people will talk about and will continue to talk about is "Crippled Country." Where we get heavy emotions, but it seems like we can dig also deeper into, maybe even social political commentary there. Is that a right way to interpret the song, given that that might be a very difficult subject for a band in Belarus today?
Yeah, this is super straightforward song. Is like completely dedicated to where we are now in our region and stuff like that. Of course, we're not just trying to tackle those topics because this is not a safe place for us. I mean, to talk about this really. But yeah, this song is completely dedicated to our homeland, Belarus, and what just happened in our region in like recent 5 years. And yeah, as well, I don't remember. Well, I mentioned that, or Eugene. Well, I'm a bit sick, first of all, but now I'm feeling better. Well, maybe flu or something. So yeah, as I mentioned before, this album is like super straightforward, and when it comes to lyrics, I would say, well, the same. I mean, if we are talking about like self-destruction, definitely some mental problems. If we are talking about Crippled Country, again, this is well, the song is dedicated to our country. Again, if we are talking about like human nature, this is basically, well, we asked the question if the humanity will be able to overcome, like I would say, this dark and a bit selfish inner space in each person, really. Well, again, revelations, but like moving forward, because something is like, you can see something on the horizon and stuff like that. Yeah, the album is super straightforward, and well, yeah, if we're talking about Crippled Country, you're completely right. It's just about where we are now, about our homeland, and even a bit about our region.
As far as the Google translation of the following song, to me, lyrics, it kind of feels like it builds on that. Maybe it goes more into the emotional human part of that as well. Now, obviously, I mean, I won't do the title justice, so I won't even try. It happens, when that bands choose to record a specific song in their native language. And usually that means that song is very special, and that there was no right way or good way of capturing what you wanted to talk about in English. So my question then for you is, That's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? Because I think a lot of people are going to like that song. I would say that here in North America, we seem to love songs we don't understand. And people can try to put their own meaning on it and whatnot. But
Yeah, and
it's
sometimes,
clear
yeah,
it's clear that it's important for you to say what you say, because if you could translate it to another language, you probably would have. So there's a good reason to have it in your own language. But at the same time, people like me don't understand what you're talking about. Is that somehow a little bit of a sad balance that you have to make, that your fans outside of your own country won't really get it, even if you translate lyrics and whatnot? The poetry gets lost a little bit.
well, yeah, at some point, but so you're talking about the track written in Belarusian language,
Yes.
right? Yes, Jak Spyniajecca Bol in English, that will be How the Pain Stops.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I came across the idea of this song like immediately. I had a melody, I had, a couple of words and a chorus for a chorus part. So then I just decided to leave it how it is. I mean, I just didn't want to translate it from Belarusian into English, just because we have like the full album full of like English, songs written in English. And yeah, Jak Spyniajecca Bol, How the Pain Stops. It is definitely a personal song about our relatives, about our close friends who passed away or something. I just don't know why I'm like write a lot of songs in minor. I mean, why I'm writing a lot of songs with this sort of dark vibe and stuff like that. Well, maybe just because of personality or because of the situation in our region. I don't know, but I always felt that dark music to me sounds better. Well, this is strange, and the most important thing, it is really hard to write a good happy song. It is really hard.
Yeah.
Because, well, Christmas songs, I don't like them, let's be honest. But we did have a lot of like positive songs, like September, Earth, Wind, Fire, and stuff like that. Amazing song, happy song. And it's just, you have to be like, talented musician to write this type of melody, this type of song. So I just don't know how to do this. And I just feel that, yeah, it is better for us to concentrate on this type of music. Maybe in the future I will be able to write some good happy songs. I don't know.
Eugene, you support in this and bring it all together from a production perspective as well. And for me, this album, the way I interpreted this album, was just kind of like felt like I was taken on a journey of inner conflict, if you will. I feel like at times I feel there's despair and anxiety or doubt, but then there's other times I feel, and I don't know if hope is the right word, but do more uplifting and more hope. And you kind of take us down, the way that the album flows. And, when you're working on that from not just a pure musician, but also a technician and from a producer, how do you envision them building that journey and making sure that people feel like, okay, even if there's darkness, I feel like there might be light at the end of the tunnel, if you will? Because the way that you bring all this together could hugely impact how people feel about that journey. So how was that for you?
Yeah, exactly. Some interesting facts that sometimes when you slightly change the progression, chord progression, or the around production. So sometimes, for instance, when you have set lyrics, you can if you put more aggressive layers on it, it will sound like a set angry. But for instance, when you put around a lot of themes, a lot of cosmic and melodies, etc. So in that case, the song may sound even deeper, even more sadder, how to say. And so I think, as I've mentioned before, it depends on the lyrics and the vocal melody. Sometimes I ask Vlad to change the lyrics or to change his original chord progression, because he is composing and writing the song using guitar. So he brings the guitar, and then we are trying to develop it. So, but still, yeah, you're right that the album feels slightly, I would say, I missed the word.
Versatile. I mean, like
no. I don't. When the whole album has an idea.
Yeah, like one flow, a journey.
Conceptual, yes. Conceptual, yes, yeah. So, yeah, and you are totally right, and it is my aim. I hope someday we will produce fully conceptual album. So I'm trying to combine all the songs into one sound, and it's hard. It's hard because we have really different songs. So we are not chasing the goal to have one straight genre on the album. So we are trying to mix a variety of styles and genres. So in that case, it is really hard to combine all the songs into one album.
Yeah, you're right. But we can definitely combine genres, but at the same time, so we always wanted to create like one album in the same mood. Of course, we will never go to like heavy metal, then indie pop, then pop, then like R&B.
You don't want to create a collection of songs. You want to create an album.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned earlier that in the last little while, there have been some interesting feedback on the album. That there may have been some offers or some options to play more, and I think you mentioned, Vlad, that we might see more of that in 2026. So, to wrap us up, I'm not going to ask you to share what you can't share at this point yet, because otherwise you would have already told me earlier. But let's say that we fast forward to another year and that we're getting to the end of 2026. What would both of you like to happen in 2026 for you to feel like, okay, this was not only a good release for us, but a good year for us? Like, what are the shows you'd like to play? What are the experiences as a band you'd love to have in the next year to feel that, okay, this was good for us?
Yeah, we're on the right track. Well, just one word: gigs and more gigs.
Headline walking.
Maybe like 6th or 5th stage will be as well. Again, cool.
Okay.
But Wacken is more like for metal bands. Well, this is the problem. Small problem with Mission Jupiter, since we're not like metal enough for metal festival. We are not rock enough for rock festival. We are not bluesy band enough for blues festival. We're not pop band for pop festival. We're somewhere in between. For us, it is a bit complicated. Of course, we have a lot of bands in mind that we would like support, come on tour with. Like, for instance, we did have a chance to support Riverside, Polish progressive band in Poland, during their like Polish part of Wasteland tour in 2020. But then COVID hit, and we have what we have. Then we had, some problems in our country, and now we don't have enough opportunities to go abroad, since it's like quite complicated to open visa. We have to wait several months again, a lot of troubles. So for us, the main aim is to go on tour, play some festivals, to organize, set up all the logistics, and then maybe release a single at least and stuff like that. And now we're just planning to concentrate on live shows. I mean, even now I'm editing the upcoming live studio session videos with the band, and just Kay did some good job, and we all did a good job. We played well, and I'm just satisfied with what I see and what I'm editing. So just like live presence, shows, tours, maybe some Instagram, social media, paid promotion. Maybe label will help us with this. Just hope so.
Yeah.
And this is it for now.
So Eugene, Vlad, my pleasure. Eugene, Vlad is all talking about playing live, it sounds like, whether it's at home in small scale or tours and big festivals. For you, do you share that that passion, or are you at the end of the day more passionate in the studio, in the seat of the producer?
No, I'm slightly tired of working in the studio. But in general, I think it's not a passion. For Vlad too, it is a strategy. Since we have a number of obstacles to pass through, to get visas, to travel abroad, etc. So in that case, we have to think strategically. So at the moment, we are working on content. We have already released an album. We have released several music videos. Right now, we are working on live shows. I mean, studio session live shows where we can present ourselves as a performing band. And the next year, if we're lucky, we will have a live performance year for us. I hope.
Hope so.
So that's
Finally.
yeah, that's it. A strategy. It's hard, as we mentioned before. It's slightly difficult for us to be random and to make rapid decisions. So in that case, it is everything sticks to the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, Eugene wants to say that we just cannot go like on a random show, like one festival and go home. No, because it's like takes 2, 3, even
Of course.
4 days to cross the border. I mean, so you have to prearrange sort of a small tour and then come back like this. Yeah. We are not living in the European Union, unfortunately, so we have a lot of troubles.
No. Where this brings us back to Crippled Country, where all the sentiments come out. Because I mean, my country also has sanctions against Belarus and all that kind of stuff. So things to overcome, for sure. I do hope this happens for you guys. I think you can. The beauty about not being metal enough for Wacken or being too heavy for a rock show, Vlad, is that I do think you would be fantastic on a tour package with an alternative band like Brutus and a melodic death metal band like Dark Tranquility. Both of them you could mix with, I think. So anyways, we'll keep our eyes open for what comes our way in the next 12 months. And obviously we hope that not only do you get to go on tours and play festivals, maybe one day you'll be able to come also all the way over here and play North America, which would be really cool. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye open for all that content that's coming out, more videos, more playthrough videos, and all the kind of good stuff. Eugene, Vlad, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I hope many more people will continue to discover this really cool band, not only cool band, but also cool album that is out now. Thank you so much.
We are touched.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.